Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the House Academy Show, entertaining real estate investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about what good are real estate agents anyway?
Okay. I would have phrased this a little bit differently. We don't mean to offend someone out of the gate. I would have said, well, let me think about this for a minute now. Now I'm
You have
stumped.
to think about this?
I know. I guess maybe you are right. I feel
All right,
bad.
I'll do it.
There's a value. There is a value. I think there are some good ones. But it's changing. I think the whole thing about real estate agents and the reason we have them and how this whole profession started and what it's become today has changed so much that I don't think we need as many or in the same way anymore.
Here's my impression of something that a good real estate agent would say over and over again and change it up for flavor and really succeed. They would say something like, look, I understand. They're talking to a customer, whether it's a buyer or seller. I understand the stigma and I understand the perception that you may have of a real estate agent. And quite honestly, I agree with you to some extent. There is some value that I'm bringing. And here's the value that I'm going to bring. You know what? Let's save it for the show. Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the houseacademy.com online community. It's free.
Case wrote, "Hi everyone, I'm venturing out of my comfort zone and will be purchasing my first property out of state. Normally, I'd visit the property before purchasing it. I know I'm not supposed to do this."
Oh, you can do it.
It's okay.
It's okay in the beginning.
And take pictures of the property then. However, now that I'm purchasing my first out-of-state property, I'm going to try to hire a photographer. My question is, when in the process should I do this? Should I hire the photographer before I order the title search to make sure there are no surprises, or after the title search is complete and I know that the seller actually owns the property and there are no title issues? Thanks for your help. Is
Go
that
ahead,
for me or
sales.
you?
It's for you.
I'd say pictures away. I would do it while it's happening. I wouldn't wait for it, because the minute I would have the deal done. I would know, barring anything crazy that comes up, we're doing this deal. And so while I'm going through title and they're doing their work, I'm getting the photographer, getting videos and all that good stuff. Because at the end of the day, if something crazy came up, oh gosh, I spent $200 or a couple $100 on some photos. Thank goodness. I know now, maybe the title didn't uncover something. Maybe the photos uncover something that you missed. Who knows? I would do it ahead of time. And the other thing is, the point of it all is because I want you to hurry up and get that posting done and out there and getting it, marketing it to sell it. Don't sit back and wait for it to be all done. Okay, now I own it today. This is what I don't want. I own it today. Now tomorrow, I'm going to start taking the pictures. I'm going to write the description. I'm going to start making the posting. So maybe in 2 or 3 or 4 days, I'll have it done and posted for sale. That's not what I want.
In the beginning of your career, some version of this happens. You buy a piece of property and you're going through the acquisition process, and you say something like this to yourself: I'm going to hold off spending any money on this, any marketing money, because I want to make sure the deal goes through. The deal goes through, and then you say, man, now I wasted 2 weeks because I should have done this a long time ago while I was waiting. And so, or you wait, you rushed then on the next deal. What happens is you rush through to get all the marketing stuff done. Something goes wrong on the acquisition, and you sit there and say, man, I wasted a bunch of money. So there's this constant balance of when do I actually start spending money on marketing? And so my answer to all those questions and issues are, and you can't do this right away. Number one, accept it in the beginning. This is going to happen. Eventually, after a few months or years or however it works for you, you're just going to say, you know what? I win sometimes, I lose sometimes. I'm going to do a lot of deals. Then it just averages out to very low amounts. That's the goal.
Thank you.
The very beginning of your career, just send them out there.
Right.
And that's the real father advice I have.
Right.
Just get the stuff done. Get it done fast. If you're going to make, like I said a million times on the show, I had a football coach who used to say, if you're going to make a mistake, make it at 100 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm. Just do it.
And I still do that every day.
Yes, he does.
Today's topic: what good are real estate agents anyway? This is why you're listening. Here's the beginning example. If every real estate agent gave some version of this type of speech in the beginning in front of a customer or client, everybody would do great. I understand your stigma of real estate agents. They can be dorks. They can have their hairs too overdone. They drive the wrong kind of cars, and they don't add any damn value to my real estate deal. I'm not that person. Here's how I'm going to actually add some value to transaction, and theoretically, either minimize your acquisition price if you're looking to buy a house that's cheap, or maximize the value when you're going to sell it. Which one's important to you? And I'm selling a boat right now. This is an exact example that I had this exact conversation with the boat broker. Price doesn't matter to me. And I'm not really in any hurry, but I do want to get X out of it. And if it takes a little while, that's fine. But what's really important to me is that you manage this transaction from start to finish. And you ask me to sign some stuff when it's done. And don't bother me about the little details. Well, I need to know where the valve is on this, and I can get the right engine start, but not the left engine. And this looks good, but this looks bad. Tell me what to do, Steve. Tell me what to do. I want to murder somebody when that happens. I'm not going to give up price and do all the work for you.
Right.
And that's what real estate agents do. And real estate agents are famous for not thinking out of the box. If it's not in the MLS, it's not a deal. And so there's all these perpetuating things. This is Roman numeral 2. There's all this fictitious stuff in most people's minds, most home buyer or real estate buyers' minds about the fact that they're needed. And real estate agents perpetuate this, probably because they don't even know themselves. So a real estate agent could say, hey, and they would win me over if they said something like this. Thanks for choosing me. I know that you don't need me. How can I help? I mean, what gap is there that I can fill that's going to make these transactions? Because I want to do another deal with you. I know you're an investor. I want to do 20 deals with you, not just this one. So let's have a meaningful conversation of where I can add value, because you seem to be like a guy buying property real cheap is important to you, but you seem to have that covered. On the sell side, it seems like you need some help for me to bring my accumulated group of buyers in rural Indiana or some place like that. I think I can add some value there. Instead of this over-talking, over-sales, perpetuated stereotype that they just keep doing it to themselves.
It's like a script sometimes. Yeah. I'm like, why are you wasting your breath on me on this when it's wasted on me? It's really kind of silly. It's
like they expect to just capture a customer on the buy or the sell side and then just process the paperwork. Right. That's really what they want. They don't really want to do any marketing. I don't get it. And Jill was saying earlier in the show, this is exactly what she said to me. Exactly. Hey, look, man, don't be too intense on this in this episode, because we have some people in our group who are real estate agents and they're really good. Like, they're good members. They add a lot to the group and they're doing well.
They're smart.
So, yeah. And that's all true. So this isn't all real estate agents. This is just seems to be the ones that get the most attention, are the biggest self-perpetuating weirdos.
Right. I'm confused. I got to ask this, because here's my thoughts. I would be fearful if this was my occupation. I feel like it's changing. You know, I mean, what do you think? I think, especially with all the online, come on, everywhere, you can't throw a stick without having another way to sell your house that you don't need an investor. And FSBO started I remember it in the 70s.
For sale by owner.
Right. Seeing and knowing that was possible, watching my dad do it. You know, buy our own house. He did it. And I learned from him that you could actually, people always go, well, who gets the deal done? Like, well, the title company. Well, where all the forms come from? The title company. Well, who does this then? The title company. You know, who do you think does that? I got news for you. It's not the agents. They're not actually closing the deal. They're overseeing the deal, but they're not doing that title work. And they don't hold the money. They take the money. If you give an agent a check, they take the check to the title company. That's who's the unrelated third party doing this. So anyway, and I feel bad. I was thinking too, gosh, if this was me, because I have some friends that are new in this occupation, it's tough. There's a lot of, if you haven't been in this for a while, I think, especially at least in our area here, the competition to get in is really kind of hard and really kind of rough. So I sit back and I know that there's a lot of agents that watch us, and I've worked with them, watch us making money. And I'm like, yeah, you could do this too.
But they don't.
I know. And they're afraid of it for some reason. I don't know. So that was my thing is, kudos to those members that we have in Land Academy and House Academy who are agents, who do want to learn, who do see, yeah, I've been sitting here watching this stupid same investor get $40,000 every other week. I need to be doing this. And so they found us like, all right. And they know what's great about it too, is now they know how to do it even better than that guy. So it's beautiful.
Jill and I buy houses and land all the time, every week. Yet I've yet to have one real estate agent reach out to us and say, you know what? I want every listing of every house listing you have in Arizona. And here's what I'm willing to do to get it. I'm willing, because we all, and have them, hopefully they would say something strange like this. We all know 50% of the houses that go on the market nationally are purchased by friends or family within a mile of the house. That's just a fact. It's a HUD statistic. So here's what I'm willing to do to get your business. I'm willing to contact everybody within a mile and a half of this listing that you give me. I'm going to do it with door hangers, and I'm going to do it with mail. And I'm going to put signs all over the neighborhood that say, this house is cheaper than it should be, or some creative thing like that. I would sign that listing that minute. Mm-hmm. We've done 16,000 deals. No one's ever approached us electronically or personally and said, here's why, because they get away with getting a listing, not from us, putting it in the MLS and waiting.
Yeah. That's all. That's from, I hate to.
That's all a real estate agent does.
I know. I feel kind of bad, but that's what I've heard too. Just get the listing, get the listing. That's all that they do. And
that's how they talk to themselves.
I know. And they don't even really work the listing. They just need to get the listing, because on paper, no matter who sells it, they get their money. And that's all they want to do is collect as many as you can.
So that said, that's kind of the negative side. There are really positive land agents out there that work for, like, what are they called?
Whitetail, Wassy Oak.
There's some, not all of them.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but what are the names of the brokerages? There's two.
Whitetail and Mossy Oak.
I just combined them incorrectly. Mm-hmm. So there are some just in their soul land people, like, this is the House Academy show.
Right.
So there's some great, we recently have been dealing with some great land agents, and people in our group are giving us feedback about, not from us, but just land agents that they've found out there that are really going the extra mile, and they actually have a buyer database that they draw from. So that's really adding some value to me as an investor, whether houses or land. If a house agent came to us and said, I know like 20 or 30 of these house flippers that are in the area, and 9 or 10 landlords, I'm happy on this first deal. I'm sure I can sell it. Let me take it to these guys as long as you agree to pay me. I don't need an exclusive right now. But on the next one, I'm going to ask you for an exclusive. I'd say sign me up.
I am positive, though, that because I know I can list them right now. The people that are on our regular House Academy weekly member call who are agents, and I know they are better agents right now, and I know they're doing a better job for the clients that they do have, because I know the data that they have. I know they know how to look at the data. I know they know how to send out mailers, neighbor letters, whatever it is. I know they know how to do that, and they're doing better.
I hope they're using their data subscription in our group to sell houses in our brokerage or something.
I'm sure they are. It's too easy. They're probably impressing the heck out of their clients. When the client calls in, they can jump in something like NeighborScoop and go, yeah, I see what you did. Oh, I see when you bought it. Oh, I see your mortgage was this, and I see this. They have it all right there.
Yep.
So I love it. Happy you could join us today. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we are right here on the House Academy Show. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we are over on the Land Academy Show.
Tomorrow, the episode on the Land Academy Show is called How to Get New Customers in Any Business. You are not alone in your real estate ambition. Here's a hint. Go out and get them. If you own a retail dress shop and you have high-end dresses and that's all you sell, and you're damn good at it, you've been doing it your whole life and have some pride and some skill, and you can present yourself, get yourself a database of all the possible people in your area that might buy a high-end dress, and call them. They're going to love to talk to you.
Or send them something. Reach out. Companies
and people get customers one by one by one in the beginning.
Thank you. Thank you. The House Academy Show remains commercial free for you, our loyal listener. So wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening, please subscribe and rate us there. We are Steve and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.